Lahua Entertainment and Yukai Entertainment, two well-known artist brokerage companies, not only live next to each other in an industrial park in Beijing, but also show an amazingly consistent pace in the layout of virtual idols. The official website shows that Lahua Entertainment has launched the virtual idol girl group A Soul, EO, and the virtual idol boy group Quantum Boys, and Yukai Entertainment's virtual singing and dancing singer Xia Nanyu officially debuted in September. Go to a singing party. Not all virtual people are virtual idols. Virtual idols can be regarded as typical cases or scenarios of virtual human applications in the film and television entertainment industry. According to the definition of iResearch, a virtual idol should have the following elements: have a virtual setting, and the personnel mainly serve the virtual setting, have their own work output, UGC can improve the character setting. Because of the layout of the virtual idol track and the desired results, Hexen Finance once called Lahua Entertainment IR and sent relevant questions to the IR mailbox as required, but did not receive a reply from the company. A number of artist brokerage companies have been deployed. In fact, the origin of virtual idols may be longer than you think. As early as 1982, the Japanese animation Macro Stronghold exploded, and the producer took advantage of the situation to release the album in the name of the heroine Lin Mingmei, and successfully entered the music charter icon. Therefore, Lin Mingmei became the first virtual idol. 23 years later, still in Japan, an anime girl with green double ponytails made her way out of the circle with the song Dancing Onion. The girl named Hatsune Miku is the first phenomenon-level virtual idol, and her popularity has continued to this day. As the trend of virtual idols blows into the country, an interesting trend that can be seen today is that the artist brokerage companies that once won the popular flowers began to turn their heads and won the virtual idols. In addition to the two leading companies of Lahua Entertainment and Yukai Entertainment mentioned above, according to Hexen Finance and Economics Statistics, there are also the trainees of the Moxie project led by Luo Yanxi, Lippert, and Longtao Entertainment, which operate independently in the artist operation mode. Huang Zitao's cartoon image Tao Siman, Kagoo Music, and Yang Chayu, a virtual singer created by Yang Chayu's real voice, surpasses AI and so on. Isn't it a real idol? More mature technology, more controllable operations, and more durable value may be the reasons that drive the successive layout of these companies. Gao Zlong, the Joint Secretary-General of the Metaverse Working Committee of the China Democratic Association and the author of Metaverse Engineering, told Hexen Finance that on the one hand, idol stars frequently collapse in thunderstorms, which will cause huge losses to their affiliated companies and endorsed products. On the other hand, virtual idols are easier to manage, can be completely controlled, and can be built for a long time and continuously, ultimately making virtual idols have high commercial value. With the upgrade of algorithms and creativity, virtual idols may participate in animation, read audiobooks, simulate companionship, and interact with games. This infinite possibility makes virtual idols more imaginative, and their value can be infinitely amplified. According to Lee Wendon, a researcher at Locke Capital, with the rise of live broadcast, the advancement of CG and motion capture technology, the development of artificial intelligence, the technical foundation of virtual idols is mature. Driven by the market demand for perfect idols in recent years, more and more technology and entertainment companies have turned their attention to virtual idols. Can it solve the collapsed house of real idols? It can be said that the virtual idols favored by major artist agencies are also expected to deal with the uncertainty brought about by the collapsed house problem of real idols. Some people even wonder if there will be a day when virtual idols will replace real idols. Taking Lahua Entertainment, which is expected to become the first stock of artist brokerage, as an example, although it has been inquired by the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, the hidden worries of over-reliance on top artists for performance have always followed. The prospectus shows that in the 4 months ended April 30, 2019, 2020, 2021 and 2022, the revenue of the artist management business accounted for more than 90%, of which the revenue attributable to the top artist accounted for 16.8% of the total revenue for the same period. Comparing the relevant information, it is found that the artist is the company's top stream Wang Yibo, who has supported Half the Sky by himself. On the one hand, the continuity of the real IP is subject to the contract. On the other hand, the real IP is not controllable. Whether it is termination of the contract or collapse of the house, it is still the company that is injured in the end. Previously, the negative news of Meng Meiqi, Ding Zeren, Li Wenan, Wang Yibo and other artists under Lahua Entertainment continued, which damaged both the personal business value and the company's goodwill. Even so, in Lahua Entertainment's practice of testing multiple virtual idol groups, Hexen Finance found that these virtual idols could not completely get rid of the collapsed house dilemma of traditional idols. In May of this year, Jala, a member of the virtual idol girl group A Soul under Lahua Entertainment, announced that it had entered a live broadcast hibernation. Then some netizens questioned that Jala's people in the middle, that is, avatar players, suffered injustices such as workplace poo and bullying, high work intensity, and low treatment. Li Wendan pointed out that since the virtual idol image is jointly established by fans and the company, under the fan circle culture that a slight deviation from the character design can be regarded as a collapsed house, there is no guarantee that virtual idols will not collapse at all. She said, virtual idols can avoid major collapse incidents such as illegal crimes, but they are likely to cause fierce reactions from fans in terms of appearance changes, sound design, exposure or replacement of middle-aged people, and interactive speeches. If the disqualification of virtual idols is still at the individual level, then, from the perspective of the entire environment, the development of my country's virtual idol market is not yet mature. The most direct manifestation is that there has not yet been a super virtual idol like Hatsune Miku. Li Wendan pointed out that my country's virtual idol market not only has common problems in the idol industry such as serious infringement and single IP, but also has unique problems such as dependence on people, unclear commercialization positioning, and hostility between fans' emotions and capital. Since the beginning of this year, Lahua Entertainment has been caught in the virtual idol infringement storm twice in a row. First, Mew, a member of the virtual idol boy group Quantum Boys, was sung and adapted by rapper Zhang Zhihao, who said that he would change the lyrics without a single greeting. Almost at the same time, another member of A Soul, Nylin, was accused of not being authorized to perform a live dance at the birthday party, has constituted an infringement. This also makes the market's attitude towards the prospects of virtual idols mixed. The idol industry is closely related to the pan-entertainment industry. There are few virtual idols currently landing scenes, and the audience of fans is not exactly the same as the audience of traditional idols. In the future, compared with real idols, the competitiveness is still weak. Virtual idols will not replace real people. Celebrities, but at a time when celebrities are seriously overturned, the emergence of virtual idols gives the market, businesses, and netizens more choices, Li Wendan believes. However, Gao Zlong believes that it is the general trend that virtual idols will replace real idols in the future. This does not mean that virtual idols will replace real idols, but the two sides will coexist for a long time and complement each other. Each has its own advantages and disadvantages. The cost-effectiveness of input-output needs to be improved. The input-output ratio has become another point of concern for the market. Through several once popular idol development programs, the birth of a real idol is inseparable from the cultivation of the family and the agency, as well as the dedication and support of fans. Turning it into a number, the investment in this process can range from 1 million to as many as 10 million. Cinder Securities' research report pointed out that the cost of virtual artists is significantly lower than that of real artists. Taking Lahua Entertainment as an example, the company's related business income in 2021 is 37.87 million yuan, and the operating cost is only 8.45 million yuan. However, among the three business segments of Lahua Entertainment, the pan-entertainment business including virtual artists accounts for less than 5% of the total revenue. The numbers reflect only one aspect. Gao Zlong also pointed out that the success of virtual idols depends on technical investment and support, human design and IP-based operation, publicity and marketing, etc., which is a systematic project. Among them, the support of hard technology is very important, including AI interactive technology, 3D digital human modeling, machine translation, speech recognition, natural language understanding, etc., which makes production and operation costs high. According to the report of the Tubao Research Institute, the whole process of creating a virtual idol costs about 1 million yuan, and 60% of the cost is on the production side. However, this aspect will gradually decline as technologies such as holographic projection, AR, and VR gradually mature. Hexen Finance found that there are two main ways for artist brokerage companies to operate virtual idols. The first is to join forces with well-known technology companies, with certain barriers to entry. For example, in terms of ASOL's copyright ownership of Douyin, Lahua Entertainment is no longer engaged in commercial development, and only provides suitable business opportunities. At the same time, in the second quarter of this year, Lahua Entertainment also jointly established two companies with business partners with experience in developing and empowering virtual artist technology to further explore virtual business, similar to Yukai Entertainment, Xiananyu and Baidu jointly cross-dimensional built. The second is self-operated. Different from ASOL, Quantum Youth and EO are directly controlled by Lahua Entertainment and belong to Nice Future invested by the company. In response to the difference between the above two operating modes, Gao Zlong believes that if the company to which the virtual idol belongs is a technology company, such as Baidu and Tencent, such virtual idols can often last for a long time. If the virtual idol belongs to an entertainment company, the entertainment company pays the fee. Technology outsourcing or technology partnership sharing, then it is likely to be forced to terminate because the technical support is not long-term. After all, various situations of cooperation between the two parties may occur, and it is uncertain whether the agreement can be performed. In terms of commercialization, at this stage, the main income sources of virtual idols are not much different from those of real idols, mainly including copyrights, advertising endorsements, concerts, live broadcasts, short videos, and physical peripherals. Currently, there are not enough ways to realize the commercial realization of virtual idols, and the income may not be able to cover the cost of development and publicity, Li Wendan pointed out. With the development of a new generation of internet technology and applications, the commercial realization path of virtual idols is expanding. The Tubao Research Institute also believes that with the gradual maturity of holographic projection, AR, VR and other technologies, coupled with the continuous breakthrough of virtual idols, future concerts and copyrights will have great commercial potential. In the future, these aspects are still promising. Leroy Entertainment wrote after the hearing, the increasingly influential animation, comics and games, or two-dimensional culture, and their related markets have drawn our attention to the commercial value of virtual artists. In the future, Leroy will increase great investment in virtual artist operation and business development, creating more profit opportunities through live streaming events, virtual concerts, endorsements and artist-related derivatives. From this description, it is enough to see that Lahua Entertainment is bound to win the virtual idol business. As for the future, many market participants believe that there is still more room for existing virtual idols to create IP, expand their popularity, and expand their commercialization. In terms of creating IP, Li Wendan pointed out that virtual idols can try to combine with the culture and game industry, and use AI technology to reproduce representative characters in literary works, game works, and two-dimensional culture. In terms of expanding popularity, Lee Wendon said, virtual idols can expand their popularity by increasing their own settings. For example, Baidu virtual idol Du Xiaoxiao has multiple identities such as news anchor, publisher, singer-songwriter, and artist, serving professional official media, commercial brands, etc. In addition, the most important part of the idol industry is based on the emotional input of fans, and virtual idols can interact and communicate with fans as much as possible in terms of character setting, background stories and content output, and make appropriate use of fan culture. Strengthen the connection with fans. In terms of commercial expansion, the metaverse has become an important opportunity for virtual idols. Research pointed out that in cloud universe scenarios, such as online games and online social networking, virtual idols can appear in virtual performances. In recent years, virtual idols and real singers have successfully held virtual concerts in games, which are welcomed by players. Gao Zlong also reminded, the market of virtual idols is not perfect. On the one hand, it is necessary to regulate the legal rights and professional ethics of virtual idols.